Then I follow the gaze over towards Isaac. Oh, never mind, he's still here! Hello, Bishop! Hey internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Red Embrace. So, we are going home right now after, Isaac interrupted us. But now we kind of know why, the reason why Luka is hunting a vampire. It's because he's trying to save his brother, who unfortunately has become like a slave to one of them. I'm just taking a wild guess and Bishop, that's what I'm just assuming. Anyway, let's continue. Earlier today, Luka called me to say Isaac's bringing him some kind of meeting. No one's bothered us these past few weeks, so I reassured Luka that it'll be fine, for just one night by myself. I'll admit, I'm a little disappointed though. It's been a couple of days since we shared that kiss, and tonight I was planning on asking him out and more officially. Ooh! Guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Caught up in my own airy thoughts, I start to round the corner to my apartment. Hey. Oh. A familiar low voice calls out to me. Who is it? When I quickly swivel my face to the new arrival, my eyes don't catch anyone at first. Oh, hey, it's Dom! But then a tall, gloomy-faced man soon stepped out of the shadows. You weren't exactly the late-night company I was expecting. Can I ask why you decided to follow me home? Although his stony expression isn't much different than from normal, I feel like there's a strange air about Dominic tonight. He looks hesitant somehow. I don't see any of the grim confidence that I remembered. I'm here to give you a message. A message, huh? Who's sending him this message? Dominic pauses, staring me wordlessly for a moment. Seriously, what's up with him? Someone who has information on Luka's target. Is this really possible? Someone figured out who Luka's trying to find? As if he can read my thoughts, Dominic offers a stiff nod. He knows about a lot of things, even your apartment number. If you agree to meet him, he'll show up at your place tomorrow night. But you have to be alone and keep the meeting a secret from Luka until after it's over. Those are his conditions. He doesn't want anything in return? I don't know. He grimaced slightly, shaking his head. It seems crazy that the informant wouldn't give me more details, but I guess he's trying to cover his tracks. He even knows my apartment number, though that's more than a little creepy. That's weird. I want to say, I don't want to think Dominic is like in on it, right? But then again, I remember in his room, Bishops did say the most difficult vampire for him to control so far was Dominic because he doesn't want to do what he says. So I don't know why he would be doing this unless it's not Bishop who's the guy asking for Connor. This could be my chance, my only chance to help Luka, to help keep my promise. But I can't shake the feeling that it's all too easy. What if I'm walking into a trap? That's what I feel like. 100 thoughts race through my head, logic chasing with impulse until I realize it's no use trying to reason things out. Taking a deep breath, I focus on my gut feeling and finally decide. I'll meet with him, it's too dangerous. I don't know! It seems easy. I want to trust Dominic of knowing his story. He's not really on Bishop's side. He resists him a lot. But this is a completely different story, right? So I don't know if I should meet him. Because it is dangerous. Like, what if I fuck up and then, Connor dies? Oh, fuck it. We're gonna meet him, though. Let's just see what happens. Jeez. I have to take this chance. Maybe I'm a fool and maybe I'll regret it. But I know I'd regret passing up even more. Fine, I'll meet him tomorrow night. For a split second, Dominic stiffens. But a moment later, he gives me another nod, turning his face away a little. Got it. I'll let him know. With those curt words, he turns his back to me, starting to walk away. Hey, Dominic! The person who gave you that message. Can't you tell me who they are? He slowly shakes his head, a sense of disappointment tugging at me, but I manage to smile faintly at him anyway. Right. Thanks, I'll see you around then. Without no further words between us, Dominic disappears around the corner and I head into my apartment complex. Damn it! I made the wrong choice because Dominic's like, what? Why is he saying yes? As much as I try to ignore it, I can't help but feel like there's a shadow hanging over me now. I don't understand what it means, and part of me wonders if I even want to. I just hope I made the right choice. For Luka's sake, as much as my own. The next night, it's my turn to call Luka and tell him I don't need an escort. He sounds pretty unhappy about it, but finally agrees, under the condition I will call him when I get home safely. Silly kid, all worried for me. I smirked to myself as if with the last few burgers of the night. With luck, this is all pan out, and I'll have a great surprise for him tomorrow. I just imagine his face when I finally get to tell him the information he wants so badly. Hey, I said medium rare, not well done. Oh, sorry. It's pretty hard to stay focused with the rest of the shift, but somehow I manage. My legs can't carry me back to my apartment fast enough. Excitement and nervousness bubble in my stomach. Who's this mystery informant? What kind of price will he ask? Will it be worth it? Oh no. I burst into my apartment, panting heavily. He's not here yet. But what if I missed him? No, that can't be right. He knows my apartment number, so I bet he knows my shift hours too. In that case, what if... no need to Connor. Okay, no need to worry, Connor. I haven't been waiting here long. I don't know who it is. A voice suddenly purrs into my ear from behind. I swivel my face at the source, sucking in a sharp breath. I knew it! I fucking knew it! What did I just say? This bitch was gonna show up. Tall, elegant, and wearing a deviously charismatic smile. My mystery informant. Good evening. I believe we have a meeting scheduled for tonight. From the moment he speaks, I have to fight the urge to not duck past him and run. He gives off such a strong, cold atmosphere, like I've been pulled under an icy wave. Who are you? I'm Bishop, the leader of the San Francisco Vampire Coven. The Coven's leader? No wonder he's such a powerful presence. Is that why you know about David's kidnapper? He's one of your vampires? Precisely. I'm glad you catch on quickly, Connor. Now forgive my directness, but... Whoa! Before I can get out another question, Bishop swiftly steps forward, curling an arm around my waist and pulling me against him. This is very romantic, but please do not touch me. My first instinct is to struggle or throw a punch at his face. But when I look into his eyes, my anger fades almost instantly. Red pools that endlessly swirl and gleam, pulling me in. Why can't I look away? I know how you feel about Luka. I know how much you want his trust, how much you want to make him happy. How do you... My voice is thin, distant. Everything he says is true. It's like he can see right through me. But his eyes, they're so mesmerizing, so comforting, so... But it's dangerous, isn't it? The two of you against a big, bad vampire who might just take one of you as his new pet to replace David. So, what if there was another way to have Luka, Connor? Another way to make him happy, and to make him yours. His voice drips warmly into my ear, coaxing and soothing. To make Luka mine? Yes, that's what I want. No! He's gonna make Connor a vampire and then make Luka Connor's slave. Something like that. Join me. Accept the embrace into my coven and Luka will be yours forever. Accept the embrace? Should I really? Can I really do this? I want to, but for some reason it feels like I'm in a dream and I don't know what'll happen after I wake up. He needs you to look out for him, to love him, to protect him. I weakly nod. Then the choice is easy, isn't it? The only thing you have to do is say yes. To say yes. To say yes. To say... Yes. Oh, what? Oh no! Really? He's just gonna say it like that? Good boy. His hand strokes through my hair in a heavenly touch. Close your eyes, Connor, and relax. I obey silently, tilting my head back and letting the tension free from my body. With these arms around me, I know there's nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, just because he's giving us a nice hug, it's fine. Sharp fangs suddenly pierce into my throat. A horrible pain and then a strange, indescribable pleasure. Well, that's it. We're done. We're part of the coven. Bishop's embraces tightens. The life slowly drains from my body, bit by bit, replaced with pure bliss. I start to let go of my consciousness, slipping towards the peaceful dark. Until cold skin presses against my lips, forcing something onto my tongue. A sweet and metallic, strange at first, then delicious, then addicting. I swallow it greedily. More of it flows down my throat, and it burns, horribly and wonderfully. It is until I've gulped down a mouthful of the sweet liquid that I can finally open my eyes. I'm still here, still myself, still alive? No, not alive. I have no heartbeat, no need to breathe, even though my chest rises and falls out of habit. My vision is sharper, and I'm overwhelmed with the rush of scents and sounds I've never noticed before. You take to our beautiful affliction just as well as I thought you might, Connor. A strange sensation washes over me when I hear Bishop's voice, commanding but soothing, sending a delightful shiver down my spine. I feel compelled to smile. No, I think someone's waiting for a phone call, and you don't want to let him down, do you? Of course not. Without hesitation, I reach for my phone and find Luka's number, dialing it up. He answers almost instantly. Connor? Is that you? Luka? Why the hell didn't you call me sooner? I was getting really worried. Come over to my place, Luka. There's something I want to show you. Huh? But... It's important, just trust me, please. Okay, I'll be right there. Beep. But for a brief moment, I feel a twinge of guilt inside me. But I know it's for his own good. All of this is for his own good. Oh god, this is fucked. I don't like this. Less than 10 minutes later, an anxious knock comes to the door. I can detect the scent even from inside. Delicious, pure, delicate, intoxicating. Mine. Connor? Connor, are you there? Yes. I'm coming, Luka. And as I reach for the doorknob, running my tongue over the new, beautiful fangs, I can't help but break into a grin. Oh no, what happened now? I don't like this. No, because it's not consensual. No, he didn't want this. Why is this an ending? This is so bad. So warm, so sweet. His taste is nearly addictive as those sounds he makes, those whimpers and cries of surrender. As much as I've heard them by now, I can never get enough. No, I don't like this. You're so beautiful, Luka. I love you, every inch of you. And you, tell me you love me. I gently tug at his collar, reminding him what's already engraved into his body, mind and soul. I love you, Master, so much. No! This is not okay! What the fuck? Please drink for me, please. Yeah, let's just do this. I was hoping Luka's bad ending would be a little bit tamer than the other ones, but apparently not. Despite his eager, longing words, there's certain hollowness in his voice. It doesn't belong to the same fiery Luka I once knew. That Luka is gone, tamed into an obedient pet after a year worth of training. Damn, he's been like this for a year! Bishop kept his word, of course. He told Luka whose David kidnapper was, but there was nothing he could do, not with me imprisoning him down here. The decision was an easy one to make. Luka's revenge is pointless, and he's much happier and safer here with me. He fought me and resisted so much at first, but finally he realized the truth behind my love for him. That is not love, that's just, you're just creepy. Connor, no! My fangs sink deeper into his neck, and Luka cries out blissfully. He squirms onto my lap, but I hold his waist down with one hand, teasing my tongue along the soft, smooth skin. Sometimes I remember how things used to be, but before I received this dark gift, back when Luka and I were so innocent, how pathetic I was, weak, hesitant, fragile. Not any longer. I'll keep him safe forever, my beloved little blood doll and faithful pet. Trapped in this eternal darkness, this beautiful prison, just for the two of us. Where the cruelty of the world will never touch us again. Yep, don't like that ending. That was a bad ending. That was a really bad ending. I think, aside from Isaac's ending, this one is a bad one. Don't like it. Nope. Okay, let's take a look at the good one, because I need that right now. Okay, we're gonna choose It's Too Dangerous, what I should have chosen first. Even though I wanted to say yes to get my hands on the information Luke has been searching for all this time, Isaac's words flash back through my mind. This obsession of his won't lead to anything good. It's blinding him, keeping him from seeing what really matters. And if you know what's good for you, you shouldn't get involved in it either. Isaac's the smart one after all! He's right. No matter how much I want to help Luka, I can't put us both in danger. I doubt he'd ever forgive me if I knew about this, but... Sorry, Dominic, I can't. For a fleeting second, Dominic looks the tiniest bit relieved. Thank God. Was he hoping I'd say no? Got it. By the time Luka finally shows up at my door, my stomach is in a knot of pure excitement. Hey, Connor! What's that smell? Did you burn down the kitchen earlier or something? Don't worry about it. Let's go, yeah? We head on to the streets just like always, but this time I noticed a taxi parked right in front of the diner. Weird, you don't usually see them around here. Does that mean you want to come back to my place again tonight? We can have more relaxed talk, and, there are some things I kind of wanted to say. Like how you finally realized that your true dream was to always work in the diner, and want to confess that I'm your role model as the coolest burger flipper ever? No? Oh. Well, whatever else you wanted to say can't be that as important, but sure, let's go. When we reach the apartment building a few minutes later, I spot a familiar figure standing in front of it. He gazes up towards the sky like he's lost in thought about something. Oh, hey Isaac. I thought you were supposed to be out doing a deal tonight. For a moment, Isaac doesn't reply. Instead, he looks directly at me, but I have no idea why. Things didn't work out. I'll just put it like that. Anyway, why don't you head upstairs? We can share some coffee, and then I'll give you two your private time. Ha! Sure. I think that's what Bishop was waiting for Isaac to come, you know, show him where Connor lives, right? For a brief moment, the excitement fluttering in my stomach turns into a strange anxiety. I guess the tension from these past few days is getting to me. The three of us make our way into the fancy complex and up the elevator, arriving in front of Isaac and Luka's shared apartment. I let Luka and I step in first, letting Isaac lock the door behind us. Actually, Isaac, I think we're good without the coffee. I sort of want to spend time with... Luka? When Luka suddenly falls silent, I shoot a curious look over towards him. What? Then I follow the gaze over towards Isaac. Oh, never mind, he's still here! Hello, Bishop! The man standing there is completely different. You! What are you? To my shock, Luka's eyes are lit up with recognition. You met this man before? The towering, elegant newcomer lets out a low laugh, shaking his head. Since your friend is a little too starstruck, let me introduce myself. I'm Bishop, the leader of San Francisco's vampire coven. The leader of the coven. He seems so different from the other vampires I've met. His strength and powers can't be the only thing up his sleeve. I better be careful. There's no cause for alarm. I didn't come here to fight you. That's simply not my style. But getting myself to a private audience by traditional methods would have been rather difficult, don't you think? A little illusion doesn't hurt anyone. You want to say something, Bishop, right? So tell us whatever it is and leave. Besides me, Luka does his best to sound demanding, but obviously fear leaks through his voice. He seems even more shaken by Bishop's forceful aura than I am. Right down to business, I see. Isaac's worn off on you, after all. Then I'll waste no time. I know the vampire who took your brother David. A choked gasp comes from Luka's throat. Does this mean Bishop was the one who sent the message to Dominic? If I accept his offer, we'd be meeting alone right now. Though, the thought of alone makes my blood run cold. Yeah, and then, you know, terrible things would have happened. My coven, a valued member too, unparalleled in strength and gil. Isaac and I have an agreement, shall we say, an ongoing contract regarding your safety. Your brother's kidnapper has been forbidden to come after you. He won't so much as lay a finger on you, nor your companion. Bishop smiles at me, his fangs glinting in the light. But considering recent events, such as your lax performance in information gathering, your aggression towards my coven, and unauthorized induction of this human into our world, that contract expires tonight. His grin vanishes as quickly as it came, and instead he watches us with a cold stare. Now, let's make no mistake, your brother's mind is broken, unsalvageable, and even if his master perishes, he will remain only an empty husk. But I came here to offer you a bargain, only that I believe is quite generous. Leave San Francisco, leave the whole West Coast tonight, and never come back. You'll never see David again, and you never have a chance to deal with this kidnapper face to face. The alternative. A hand settles on my shoulder, suddenly pulling me away from Luka. Connor! If you want a chance to release your brother's spirit, and finally take your revenge, then I'll happily give you his kidnapper's identity. But in exchange, I'll have to take this friend of yours into my coven. Stuck speechless, I stand frozen next to Bishop, who still holds my shoulder in his clawed grasp. He wants me to turn into a vampire? He'll simply join our ranks, a native of the night. His body will take well to the affliction, as the nature of his blood makes him particularly receptive, and I'm in need of a skilled subordinate. A worthy simple trade, wouldn't you say? But Connor is... How can you ask me to just give him up like that? Revenge always has a price, Luka. Whether it's a possession, a companion, or within oneself, there is always a price. But isn't it one you're willing to pay? Bishop dangles the thing he always wanted right in front of his eyes. The goal that he's been driving him all this time is so close, finally within his grasp. And I'm the only thing that's keeping him from reaching it. Luka. I can see him starting to waver. No wonder Bishop's words are so seductive, and in a cruel way, they make sense. He gazes at me helplessly, desperately, and I know whatever I say next will seal my fate. My fate, and Luka's. It's too late. I'll do it. Hey, I unlocked this now. Does revenge really mean anything? Okay, obviously, if we do it, it's like the same bad ending. We turn into a vampire and blah, blah, blah. It's too late. I feel like, you know, that's not going to get through to him because he's just going to panic. I'm just going to say, revenge isn't always the answer. I know it's not going to, like, give closure for his brother, but, like, it's not worth it, honestly. Because, like, we're fucked regardless. Bishop will, like, do something anyway. Something clicks in my mind at last. Something sad, maybe even weak, but something I understand. Revenge doesn't have any meaning, Luka. I'll hurt you. No, it's been hurting me more than it'll ever hurt your brother's kidnapper. You're surrounded by creatures you hate, obsessed with hunting a man you hate, stuck in a world you don't belong in. What would David want you to do if he was still himself? Would he want you to risk becoming a slave too? Would he want his big brother to lose himself in his hatred? Or would he want you to live on, letting go, letting yourself finally be happy again, even if you never forget his memory? Does revenge mean more to you than that? Luka closes his eyes tightly, inhaling a shuddering breath. The seconds that follow seem to drag on, and on, and on, until... No. Not anymore. When Luka reopens his eyes, they burn with a sudden resolution. Isaac once told me there were things more important than revenge. Back then, I couldn't understand what he meant. How anything could be more important than killing a man who took my brother. But I want to keep living on with Connor. Yay! I didn't think there was anyone out there who would listen to me, who'd trust me, who'd help me. I thought I was all alone, that my life didn't need any meaning besides saving David, even if it meant I tried dying. But he takes a breath, eyelids trembling as he squeezes them shut for a moment. Connor's never asked for anything from me. He's never doubted me. The way he cares about other people more than himself. Stupid, and I love him for it. If David's really gone, then I know we'll meet again someday. When it's time to move on, I'll be ready to see him, to apologize for everything in the next world. But until then, I still have a reason to stay in this one, so I can't accept your offer. When Luka's voice trails into a whisper, everything goes silent. Happiness and guilt ram into my chest, making it ache. Damn it, Luka. Selfish, brave, defiant little brat. So be it. Bishop's displeased voice echoes through the apartment. He releases my grip on my shoulder and shoves me away from him, letting out a faint snort. If I ever see you around here again, you'll wish you could have joined your brother in simple mindlessness. He sharply turns away, long coat swirling through the air before striding swiftly to the door. It slams shut behind him, so loud that I can't help but wince. But soon there's nothing left but Bishop's icy aura, and even any trace that he was here at all. Except now, I know it's finally over. Won't be missing that guy anytime soon. A soft smile lights up Luka's face in my comment. Something white glistens in the corner of my eyes, but he also looks hugely relieved, like a giant weight has been lifted from his shoulders. Guess we better start packing, huh? Yeah. In the aftermath of the drama, I suddenly remember the ultimatum. Shit, we have to leave tonight? Right after I paid this month's rent too? What about Isaac? Won't he be pissed if you leave without a warning? He slips his hand into my own, warmly squeezing it. I think he'll understand. That old bastard catches on to stuff pretty fast. If you say so. I wouldn't put it past him to mail us something nasty if he tracks us down later, though. Anyway, I don't exactly have a lot to take with me, so I'll be ready by dawn. Make sure you pack some clean shirts and not some grease-soaked ones, okay? I don't want to ride a bus next to a walking burger. Whatever. We share a smirk, and with a one last tight hug, I leave Luka's side and hurry towards the door. But on impulse, I glance back at him over my shoulder. He was moved to stand by the window, gazing down the distant cityscape. A few quiet words come from his lips, lightly fogging the glass, not addressing me, but someone far, far away. David, no matter how far we go or whatever we end up, I'll never forget you. That's kind of sad. There's like no, I understand like the premise of like not relying on revenge, but there's like no closure for Luka. If you think about it, and like his brother, there's no closure there. Not now, not ever. My fingers drip through soft, silky hair. I get the sense that I'm petting an angel's head. It's about as delicate and as pretty as I imagine an angel to be anyway. Oh, that's really sweet. And with his closed eyes like that, he looks so peaceful too, like he's lost in some kind of holy rapture. Why are your legs so bony? I should have brought a pillow. Of course, when he opens his mouth, the angel image melts pretty fast. Where the hell are they? In a tree? Well, excuse me, I should have fattened up to make myself a better pillow. No, you're fine as you are, I guess. Luka smiles teasingly, gazing up with me with sparkling green eyes. He's softened a little over time, although he's still mostly the same brat he's always been. You really have a way with words, Luka. Everything you say just makes my heart throb. Yeah, well, that being the only thing that throbs, don't forget that I'm your lab diner boy. Oh my god. Snickering, I tussle Luka's messy hair, admiring his pretty features. If only the inside matched the outside. No, on second thought, he's perfect as he is. I started to love him, even his run personality somehow. After we left San Fran, Luke and I decided to travel, using our small savings to explore Europe. Both of us are young, and we haven't seen much of the world. So we hitchhike our way across a few countries together, enjoying new sights and experience every step of the way. How the fuck did you do that with no money? Excuse me? But even in another continent, the night still grips both of us with unspoken fear. It's impossible to forget the creatures stalking the streets after dark, and if we're not careful, one of us might end up getting snatched away. I don't intend to ever let that happen to Luka, though. I'll do whatever it takes to protect him, and even if something does happen, I'll get him back at any cost. Someone has to keep an eye on the spoiled brat, and I've never been suckered into the job, though I wouldn't have it any other way. Hey, Connor? Do you ever miss San Fran? No, not really. You were pretty much the only thing I liked there, to be honest. How about you? Do you miss it? For a moment, Luka goes quiet. I wonder if he's thinking about his brother, the brother he left behind, even if his real self vanished a long time ago. Yeah, a little bit. But it's okay. I don't think I need to go back anymore. He mumbles a soft reply, nestling against my lap, watching the slow rise and fall of his chest. Man, now I'm feeling all nostalgic. We should give Isaac a call later for old time's sakes. Want to, Luka? Luka? When he doesn't answer, I nudge my fingertips lightly against his soft cheek, peering down into his face. But I realize pretty soon that I'm not going to get a reply, because he's already fallen fast asleep. So are they in a tree or on the ground? Please tell me. For some reason I imagine them sleeping on a branch. I don't know why. Okay. All routes complete. Thank you for playing. Well, thank you for letting me play this game. And there you go. That is the ending for Red Embrace and Luka's route. And my thoughts on it so far, like, I like it because, like, it's different, but the ending to me is not, like, satisfactory. I know the meaning, though, is like, you're not supposed to take on revenge and whatever, and it's not David anymore because he's been a slave like that for a really long time. But, like, there's no closure for Luka. I think that's the thing with all the stories of this route. There's no closure for their backstory, like their back trauma. There's no closure for it. I think that was the only thing that was missing. But I did enjoy the story. I enjoyed the artwork, of course. It's very beautiful. Even the music matched perfectly. But yeah, just each route was short, and I know it's a short game. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, it's short for me, for my taste, but I do wish there was closure for all of their endings. But I'm glad there was a good and bad ending just to see, and traumatized me. So yeah, that was great. So yeah, that comes to the end of Red Embrace. I hope you guys enjoyed my Let's Play for it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like. Let me know down in the comments who was your favorite route and what did you think of Luka's. And thank you once again to Argent Games for sending me a gamey to play this. I really enjoyed it. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell button so you know when I upload the next visual novel. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll find out. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!
The time is on our side.
Woo! Yeah! Oh, but still.
It is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's a CG. I know I have to still blur it, but that's a CG. Okay. Her arm.